guys, it's Kelly. I am back with another process video. This is a Traveler's Notebook spread for Citrus Twist kits. I am using their Project Life kit and their add-on kit. So I'm just going to forewarn you that I have a snoring kitty beside me. So if you hear Romeo, he is in kitty dreamland right now. So I tried to poke him so he would stop snoring and it did not work. So anyway, I wanted to focus on using these Project Life cards. I do not do Project Life, but I like to be able to use my products in any way that I can. And so for this card, I'm just going to trim out the This Is Us arrow, and I'm going to use it as a die cut. And I also pulled out another 3x4 card to layer behind my photo. I love that salmon diagonal. Well, it's not a diagonal print. It's got some lines on it. I think more of a diamond print, but you only see the lines going in two different directions. So this spread is for my gratitude notebook, and my inspiration was a few of these butterflies. I love butterflies and I like to use them on my pages, and there's some puffy stickers and die cuts both in the Project Life kit that I knew that I wanted to use. So this is a 4x6 card that I'm going to use in two different ways. It has a wonderful phrase, and again, you know, I'm a sucker for a great diagonal stripe, and I'm going to use that to anchor that die cut. The die cut is from Paige Evans, and that is from the add-on kit that was available to purchase, and it had a lot of different Paige Evans things with her new collection. So this phrase that I'm trimming down, it says, "Look for magic in the little moments." And I just thought that that was really sweet and perfect for this photo. The last spread that I did in this notebook was a photo of me and my husband and just how grateful I am to have him. And I thought this, you know, to make a spread immediately following that about, you know, my gratitude for my children would be only fitting. So that is what I'm going to do. So I briefly thought about replacing that card with the aqua card because I had that aqua butterfly, and I wanted to maybe bring some more of that over to this side of the page, but I didn't like it. It did not feel right. I don't know. I mean, you could probably look at it and say that it was fine, but there was something that just did not feel right about it. So you are going to see, I'm going to move the different butterflies. I'm going to move that, move the, you know, the die cuts up, down, just playing around with them. Again, I did not come into this spread with any layout idea in mind. I'd like to see what, just what happens when I start playing around with the pretty papers. So I am going to eventually pull out that red die cut. I wanted to try to have a visual triangle of the reds, but I didn't like it for whatever reason. And I kind of got stuck. So what I do when I get stuck is I'm going to pull out something that I always use. And for me, that is a doily. So these doilies, I believe, are from Doodlebug. I have these, and I have some from, or some that I got off of Amazon or eBay, and they are Cambridge lace doilies. But I chose this doily because it was a little bit bigger, so it's probably 5 inches maybe. Well, no, not 5 inches, maybe 4.5 inches. And my 4-inch Cambridge lace doily I felt like was just a little too small, and I liked the lace pattern on this doily for this page for whatever reason. You know, in my mind, I can never have too many doilies. I like to use them quite a bit, so it's just a no-brainer for me to go to that. So I wanted to see what else I could pull on the page. I thought maybe I would add in a little bit of that golden yellow since that butterfly was a pretty yellow, but I'm going to abandon that. I didn't like the yellow and how it looked with this. There was something about it, and I'm not sure. Oh gracious. Here comes Romeo. If you can hear him, he has to get in with the process video as well. I cannot do a voiceover without this guy. I recently did the recordings for my big picture classes. Well, this was not recent, it was about a month ago. And I had to shut the door and lock him out. And I had to redo it a couple of times because he would meow because he did not like the fact that he was not allowed in. So anyway, back to this spread. So I cut the doily in half because I wanted to use half on one side and half on the other. And I'm just going to play around with my paper layers until I get it looking just right for my eye. You know, I think part of the deal with Traveler's Notebooks is to keep your layers and the thickness of your items to a minimal because you want to, you know, be able to use a lot of the pages that come in the book and you want the book to somewhat close. Well, I can tell you this, I'm going to fail miserably at that, and I'm just going to be okay with that. I'm going to be okay with not being able to do as many pages and have to adhere some of my pages back to back because it's just, I can't. So far, I have not been successful in keeping my thickness down to a minimum. So I came back and I am trying something a little bit different. So I zoomed in and I'm hoping that this stays crystal clear. I can't do this with my 12 by 12 layouts just because it doesn't leave me any wiggle room, but I felt like with this spread I could. So let me know if you like that and if it works good. I went ahead and I replaced the white cardstock with a white embossed polka dot cardstock. And I did that because the white was just not the right color, and I know white is white, but it just, there was something that was not right about it. And I'm having to cover the pages of this particular Traveler's Notebook because they're lined like notebook paper. And I'm not a fan of that, but I wanted to still use the Traveler's Notebook. So I went back through the die cuts to see what I could find that would pull out the colors of the butterflies, and when I found that floral, I thought that that would be perfect. So I went ahead and I also got the third butterfly from the kit just so that I could have all the colors, or most of the colors that are represented in the butterflies, be represented in the floral die cut as well. So the only thing I'm going to do is I'm going to add a few sequins to this, and I come back after and I add a few more because, you know, I like my bling, and it just needed a few more after I added my journaling. My journaling is very simple, and it just says, "Being your mother is my greatest blessing." So that's it for me today. I hope you guys enjoyed this, and I will see you soon. Take care. Bye.